Hello. Welcome to the CMV behind the scenes. This is the first time I've done anything like this in a lot of different ways. And not only have I ever done a behind the scenes video like this, I've never made a CMV. I mean, not to the scale that I'm doing this one. I've already posted the making of the costume for this music video, so if you're interested in seeing that, you can click on that video in whatever corner it's in the cards, if I have access to cards. Today is the weekend before I plan on filming the CMV, and so I got a lot to do. As of filming right now, I still have a couple of little costume pieces to finish up, and then I have to put together the set, which is just, green screen, or blue screen rather, as well as, the important part of recording the song. The song is very, very silly. It's honestly kind of out of my wheelhouse for what I would record for something like this. One of the reasons I'm wanting to film CMVs is that I just miss singing. I miss having an excuse to sing and to perform. And while this is most definitely a performance piece, it is not like heavy on the melody. The parts that you do sing, being the chorus, is also just kind of low. It's in the very bottom of my register that I'm comfortable singing in, so it's gonna be interesting trying a couple of different vocal techniques to make sure I get a nice sound. And we'll see if I even can. What I'm gonna do right now is record the vocals, mess around in Adobe Audition. I am not trained at all in this program. My knowledge comes from messing around and watching YouTube videos. So the music video should be out as you're watching this, so let me know if it was any good. I have no knowledge of music theory except for you learn all of the rules of music theory so that you know how to break them. So if anything, I'm one step ahead here. Anyways, I'm going to do some vocal warm-ups and then we'll get this show on the road. I'm gonna start with the chorus. I don't want to tire up my vocals on the verses, so let's get going. Know that being green is hot, being green is cool. I have this problem where I can't figure out why I'm so quiet. The vocals are always so quiet, and I could just turn up the volume, but I don't. God, it's already turned up 4 decibels. Why is it so quiet? Eat your salad, save the planet, being green as sexy as you. It just sounds so quiet. Okay, it's been a couple of hours now. I did sort of troubleshoot my problem. I had to bring my mic higher up, and then I also messed around with my compressor a little bit, and I solved one problem but created another. So I honestly think I'm just gonna have to kind of start from scratch with this one, which is fine. I still got quite a lot done. And for the time being, it's almost 1 o'clock. I'm hungry, and I'm gonna make myself some lunch, and maybe we'll pick this up later today or maybe tomorrow. I, in fact, did not pick it back up later that day, or even later that weekend. Hi. It's been a week. That instance of having those problems single-handedly sent me into a little bit of a downward spiral.
This is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito.
I mean, that's kind of dramatic, and there were other things going on too that just kind of made me want to throw in the towel for the entire weekend. And I just ended up playing Animal Crossing, which I have not done for probably a year at this point, but I just really needed something kind of mindless. I told myself that I was just gonna kind of take a step back and maybe come back to it later and do some other stuff for the time being. And instead, I absolutely rage quit. My eyebrows are 2 completely different shapes, and they're always so hard for me to figure out. I really am so close to just throwing in the towel and shaving both of these fuckers off. But so what I ended up doing is in the middle of the week, I opened up Audition and I told myself, you know what, I'm just gonna mess around. I'm not gonna try to fix it or finish it or do anything crazy. I'm just going to try to understand what the problem is. I feel like I say it all the time, but that's the thing about being self-taught, is that I don't even know how to diagnose the problem. I don't even know what I need to look into to fix. So it just ends up adding this barrier, just like confusion and frustration. And good news, I did not solve the problem. Between myself and Jake, we kind of ended up figuring out a good enough solution of sorts. And then I ended up re-recording a couple of lines and doing some backing vocals and, little extra bits to kind of try to fill it out. And that definitely helped way more than I thought it would. But as it stands, I honestly am not happy with the finished product. I have to let it be what it is. I have to either entirely postpone the filming of this and the making of this, which I really don't want to do. I really want to make this. I'm really excited about it. Or I just have to accept that it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be exactly what I want. It's a learning process. And the first couple things that I make are probably going to be pretty trash. But in the end, it is what it is, and life goes on. Unfortunately for you, I did not record any of this process, because when I'm really frustrated, my first reaction isn't like, let me vlog about how frustrating this is, but I would be more than happy to recreate it for you. Please don't do anything. Listen, okay? I'm just gonna ask you this one time. I just want to know what's wrong. Mentally, I am unwell. I don't think I can sing that a whole octave higher. Not today. Not today. I hope you enjoyed. But that does mean the song is done. At least as done as I am going to get. I might futz around with it a little bit more. I have to walk away from it at this point. Today I'm actually gonna finish up costume stuff because I still have those few things to do. And then tomorrow I'm going to set up the set, it's a green screen, and maybe do a makeup test. Wow, Gerard, you look stunning. Did you do something with your hair? Today is the day. I'm honestly quite nervous. I think most of my fear today comes from the fact that I still don't think I figured out this camera. I've definitely made progress, but this thing happens where I think I have all of my settings correct, and then once I get it into my computer, it's clearly lower quality than what I meant to record in. So I did some futzing yesterday to try to figure out if I have it better now. Whatever this quality is the quality I'm gonna be filming the music video in, so hopefully it's good. But there's a lot that I'm doing today, so I should just get right into it, starting off with painting myself green, which means I need to get this thing off. So I think I'm gonna film a couple of TikToks of me getting ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and the next time you see me, I'll be green. So that happened really quickly. I didn't even drink half of my coffee this morning. I mean, it didn't go quickly. It took forever to do all of that, but it felt like it went by really quickly. I took no footage of me filming, so instead, here are a couple of bloopers from when I was filming. Oh. All right, cut. Edgies and pussy. Use that. I started getting into makeup around like 10 o'clock-ish, I think, and it is 3:30 right now. The house is a mess. I am exhausted. All that's left to do is upload the footage and review it and pray that it looks good and that I don't have to refilm it another day sometime. Man, I'm tired. Today is the big final push to get the video out. It is March 31st, the day that I'm supposed to release the video, and I still have so much editing to do. But right now I am making a lot of progress, and I think I'm gonna be able to get it done. It's coming out absolutely ridiculous, but by now you know that. So I'm just gonna keep chugging along. No, that feeling green is high. Okay. Well, that's it. It's done. I would say overall I am happy with it. I don't know if I would say I'm proud of it because there is a lot wrong with it. I mean, there's tons of patches where the blue screen didn't key out perfectly, mostly in like the bottom corners. We already know about all of the issues the costume had. And let's be real, the quality of it, meaning like the pixel quality, is kind of ass. At this point, I'm not entirely sure if it is my camera's fault or my fault that my quality keeps coming out kind of not great. I feel like my videos are fine in the smaller, like standard screen that YouTube does, but I personally watch all of my videos in either theater mode or full screened. And in those last two, it's just not phenomenal. And I really can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. I've tried different settings on the camera. I've tried exporting in different settings. I've tried a lot. By no means have I exhausted my options. I'm sure there's plenty more that I could try. I mean, for one, I'm using the same lens always. But this year, I'm trying to not spend a ton of money on equipment because I feel like, one, I have enough good enough equipment to do this. I don't need the highest quality, top of the line stuff. I mean, I've seen people make videos on their phones and it looks great. And also, if I'm gonna be spending money in this hobby, I would rather be putting it towards materials for costumes, bits and bobs for set pieces and props, and maybe like learning and trying new techniques. So when I say I'm happy with the music video, what I mean is it came out what I expected it to be, being memey, silly, kind of ridiculous and stupid, and not the highest quality. I expected that going into it. But I do feel like I learned a ton of stuff from it too. I mostly just can't believe that I'm doing it. I've been thinking about making CMVs for years now. I have an entire Spotify playlist dedicated to different ideas that I have, some being a little bit more achievable than others. But who knows, maybe one day I will be able to build or rent out like a sound stage and have all sorts of awesome lighting and special effects work done. I guess that's the dream. Maybe even have a team behind making this stuff. That would be really cool. And honestly kind of necessary. Like, I think long term it is pretty unsustainable for me to make CMVs one person alone. That is, at least if I want to like scale it into the ideas that I have. But for now, I think that's really all of the thoughts that I have. I think you should expect that this is going to become a staple on the channel. No promises, but I'm hoping to do a CMV every other month. We'll see how well that pans out. If you have any questions or if there's something specific that you want to see in the behind the scenes video of the next CMV, do let me know in the comments down below. I'm really excited to continue doing this and continue making stuff and just have a stupid fun time with it. I think the next CMV is gonna have a little bit of a tone shift. It's not gonna be quite as ridiculous. Oh, and if you have any ideas for characters and songs that you think would make a good CMV, also let me know. I'm really open to input and inspiration. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. I'll give you a hint for the next CMV. It's also DC Comics.